Hey guys, Justin from Simplified Investing. I hope you guys are all having an excellent weekend. Let's cover a few great setups that you guys can take advantage of this week. Before I get started, if you are interested in learning from us and getting daily signals, feel free to check out our site at simplified-investing.com today. We would love to have you guys on board. So for me, after such a big week here on the QQQs, and this is going to start from a market perspective, and then we'll break down three individual plays. When you get a big bar like this, typically what happens is you see digestion the next week. And the perfect example that we can use is off of this bar right here. And actually, when we made the watch list off of this, I was like, if we are within that prior day range, or that prior week range, and we hold above its low, then I do think we have a good chance of an inside bar and room to rally in a strong selling bar. Now, this is no different. If we can hold this low, which is right around like 448.60 area, if we can hold above that, I do think we see an inside bar right here that could then trade higher the following weeks. That would then make this a higher low off of this low here on the weekly chart. Now, not confirmed at all or anything, but if we do hold, I am heavily focused on longs this week. But however, on the flip side, if we do break below its low, I do think we have room to sell down into like this 434.81, which if you look, that's what, a $14 move. So significant potential to the downside, just utilizing one single level, which is right here, this last week's low. So using that as the line in the sand for longs above. So we're looking for longs above this area. And then if we get anything below that, we're looking for shorts on the move lower. Plain and simple, easy to follow. I hope you guys are able to execute upon it. Very similar to when we mentioned it right here, and then we got this very nice move to the upside. So that is that from the daily chart, strong sell bar, and we triggered basically this bear flag and then this breakdown. Again, this low right here is going to be key. I'm going to use a 448.67 level, below that for puts, and then above that for calls, room to rally up into this 465.75 area. Now, the three main watches here are, the first one is going to be Amazon. Now, yes, I know it's a failed flag breakout here. This bar looked really, really good, and we slammed lower and stuffed. However, that was from the market. It wasn't just an individual equity weakness where Amazon just failed on its own. It was primarily from QQQ. So what I'm seeing here from the daily chart is if we can come up here and put in a higher low right here, I think we can, if we hold 172.44 and get back through open on Monday, I'm going to be taking this targeting 177.67, as this is going to be that higher low, which contrary to QQQ right here is where we're getting this strong sell-off and this break of structure here. If we go to Amazon on the daily chart here, we're trying to hold a potential higher low right here. So if this can hold and we open above 172.44, this looks really, really good to the upside up into this region up here, then 179.33. And if we go in to a shorter time frame perspective here, similar picture. If we can get the hold over 172.44, it would trigger this 4-hour buy that has this room to rally to the upside and put in that higher low right here this week. The next one, very similar structure. This one I like a little bit better in terms of how close it is to its all-time highs. So at 237 down to just 220, it's less than 10% off of its all-time highs. I liked this rally here. What I will like on Monday is if we hold 221.09 for a rally up into 225.09. And that would then make this that higher low potential. If we can get back over these highs, then we'll form a new higher high on the daily, and then we could really go up and tag 230. So that's going to be my main watch, a hold of 221.09 for a trade up into 225 and then up into this 230 area on the daily. And when we look at it from a weekly term perspective, yes, this is a weekly sell and we broke below its low after getting this nice hold down here. But if we can fail this and rally and break above this weekly bar's high, I do think we go and make a run then on these all-time highs right here on this failed breakdown, which would make this then just a weekly higher low that failed to push lower. And then the last one, a short watch here that's really weak. And out of all of the mega caps in terms of structure, this was one of the only ones that broke below that pivot. So when we had that Bank of Japan whole debacle with rates and such, this is where many names gapped down, got a strong weekly bar, and then are trying to put in higher lows off of that. Google has failed to do that, and we're breaking that structure, showing that this is the weakest name that we do have out there in terms of mega caps. So for me, shorts are on the table below 151.69 and really below 150. My target is going to be this fill area down here at 146.50. If we get below that, we do have a lot of room lower to gap fill into like this 142 area. So nice bear flag, nice breakdown, nice weakness, and we're putting in lower low structure on the daily after we broke right here on Friday. I do think this one can have a good chance for continuation to the downside. For me, below 150.09, I'm watching this to short down into 146.51. That wraps up our watch list this week. Again, a friendly reminder, if you are interested in finding your edge, getting daily signals, watch lists, help with your trading at any time, feel free to check out our site today. We would love to have you guys on board. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you all have an excellent week.